And there's a ninja robot in this movie. Yes, you heard me correctly. Let me ask you this. If you were sitting down to watch a B movie, wouldn't you want a ninja robot in it? What's going on, guys? This is the Movie Maniac, and today we're going to do a review for Robocop 3. This is considered kind of like the black sheep of the family, but I've always enjoyed it, and everywhere you turn on the internet, it's just how horrible this film is. And I definitely don't think it's horrible, and in fact, there are a lot of redeeming qualities that it has that I want to share with you. I love the build-up to the return of Robocop in this movie. They definitely do a good job at building the anticipation as you're watching it, and then once you finally see him in all his glory, it's a pretty good comeback. I want to mention that Robert John Burke, who plays Alex Murphy in Robocop in this film, took on an impossible task. I mean, you can't really replace Peter Weller, but this guy does the best that he can, and I think he does a good job under these circumstances. Obviously, Peter Weller is who we all know and love as Robocop, but if you're going to try and take that mantle, he did as good of a job as he possibly could. Nancy Allen returns as Lewis, and they definitely end her character in this film, and that also kind of makes Robocop 3 feel more complete. It seems like you're watching the end of a trilogy. The way they make use of Ed 209 here is fun. He's guarding a facility, but then the girl hacks him and he becomes part of the good guys for a brief period of time, and I thought that was a nice twist. They made good use of the music, recurring music from previous films in the series, and they did a good balance with that. It still felt like you were watching Robocop. And there's a ninja robot in this movie. Yes, you heard me correctly. Let me ask you this. If you were sitting down to watch a B movie, wouldn't you want a ninja robot in it? The Jetpack is awesome. I'm so glad to see Robocop get something like this. If you remember this movie for one thing, it'll probably be that. That's going to be an image that pops in your head. It was in the toys, it was in the video games, it was all over. I mean, Robocop and that Jetpack, they became like peanut butter and jelly when discussing Robocop 3, and I think that's something that is a great, cool new thing to have in the film. How can you not love Rip Torn being in this movie? And John Castle is the villain. He's perfect for the kind of bad guy you'd want someone to play in this type of picture. Guys, with all that being said, I'm going to give Robocop 3 a 6.5 out of 10. I think this movie's a lot of fun. I know it's kind of weird to say it's a good movie, but it's certainly not bad, and I enjoy the hell out of it for what it is. I think that Robocop 3 gets unfairly beaten up on. That's just my opinion. You know, you're free to have yours. But I think that for a PG-13 Robocop, where they replace the main lead with someone fresh, I think that they did the best job they could possibly do with it. Now, obviously, by today's standards, things would be different. It probably would be a better made film. I mean, maybe it wouldn't, who knows? But back then, this is what we had. And this was actually my first introduction to Robocop at all, because I was too little to be allowed to watch the first two movies. So when the third one came out, I saw a screener copy of it. They used to send out demo tapes to video stores, and I was thrilled with what I was watching. I instantly became a Robocop fan from that point on. Alright guys, so what do you think of Robocop 3? Is this a movie that you like as much as I do, or do you agree that it's a terrible piece of cinema and that it shouldn't exist? Because I'm just in a completely different headspace when I hear things like that, and feel free to have whichever opinion you have. I'm not going to judge you for it. I just feel that this is not nearly as bad. As a matter of fact, I don't even think it's a bad movie. I think it's okay, and I think it should be treated like an okay film. And for all you out there, make sure to smash that notification bell, like, comment, and subscribe so you can stay inside the mind of a movie maniac.